Okay, so one project down with the solar panels. Now I did go ahead. I just got back and bought a battery for the engine. I do have 300 amp hour lithium batteries as house batteries, but my engine battery was no bueno. So I just went and bought a new battery, just hooked that up. It took me like 2 seconds, so that's why I didn't show you. But now we do the engine oil. We're gonna do the engine. As you can see, a lot of these videos that I watch on YouTube, like their engine is up above and has side panels. Not this sucker. It is down in the belly of the beast. Now there is 2 little hatches on the sides that you can get in there to do things like when I do the impeller, I gotta get it through there. But I should be able to get everything on top for the oil. I got a pump, and we're gonna pump the oil out. And then put in Yanmar recommends Rotella 5T or T5 1030 for these warmer months. I mean, it's getting winter, but it's South Carolina. It doesn't get cold. So I'm just gonna keep that in there. I'm going to save it for another video, but I also got the antifreeze in there because I'm going to take the heat exchanger part and clean it. But that's a video for another day. I think that's going to be a video all by itself. I do see the videos online. There's a lot of Yanmar videos out there. People doing it, but they're all like 2 cylinders and 3 cylinders and even some single cylinders. So I have a Ford JH 56 horsepower. So this is a little bit bigger than what you're seeing there. Don't forget I'm on a 43-foot sailboat. So, needs a little more oomph to get there. So I'm going to get it set up and we'll get it done. All right, so we got our dipstick right here. We're going to just pull this out. And see, it's a little dirty. So we're going to... Now, I did go to the fuel dock here and ask for a oil pig. I'm just going to put it underneath the filter there so I can not make too much of a mess here. So if you're in a marina doing this, good idea to ask for one. Because you only ever say that, they sell them in big bulk things. So, I'm not sure. I'm just going to get a couple more of them while I... before I set sail. But all right, I'm going to lay this down, and I don't have a mount to make this easier, so we're just going to kind of make this. All right, well, that's about as best as I can right there. It'll catch most of it. Now I also, since I looked all around this, the guy I bought this boat from has so many spare parts, so many tools, but I couldn't find an oil filter wrench because they changed the fuel filter right there too, and I had to borrow one from a friend. So I had to go buy one from Walmart. They have them close by. I'm just going to cut these straps off. All right, let's go here. I'm going to try to do this one-handed. Oh, that's the wrong way. There we go. Looking up, I forgot it's a little backwards. Oh, there we go. All right, beautiful. All right, didn't spill a ton of oil, really, which is amazing. All right, put this in the bag. All right, keep that like that. Now, you always want to make sure that that gasket is there, because if not, it's stuck to this to the face of this, where the new one screws on. So also, good idea, you always clean the seal and the threads if there's any metal or anything stuck to it. We don't want to keep that there. So there we go, that is clean. Now we'll take our new, we got a Wix filter here this time. I'm just going to take a dab of the oil here and just put it on the seal, just so it doesn't get bound up and rip the seal off. And there we go. Now, we don't use, I'm sure everybody knows, you don't use a wrench to crank this thing down. Hand tight. And a quarter turn. You can go back, dry your hand, give it one more oomph. There we go, and make sure. But that's it. Now, we're going to put the tube down the dipstick and suck the oil out. We got this contraption here. You stick this tube down and pump away. Now, it is a good idea to run the engine for a minute or two, kind of soften the oil up. But I'm going to get this tube in there two-handed. All right, once get it in there, give it a couple pumps, you'll see the oil come up there. It doesn't take much suction to get that thing in there. And that tube, when you're putting it down, just put it down till it bottoms out. You don't need to force it, because all you're doing is coiling it to the bottom of the pan, and you're not going to get all the oil out. So just till it stops, and then you'll start seeing it fill down here. All right, so it took a little bit, but we got the oil out. Now this thing has a measure. It tells you what it is. So you can see clearly what the level is. And that's about, it says 2.5 liters. I'm not sure that's very accurate. The manual says this engine holds like 6 liters. And when I pulled the dipstick out, it was a little over full, but I'm putting the dipstick in. Dipstick shows nothing in there. I put the thing in, and it sucked air as far down as it goes. So it's got to be empty. So we're going to see how much oil this thing takes. All right, well, it took the whole gallon, and it is a tad over the full mark, which is okay because it hasn't filled the fuel filter or the oil filter yet. So that should come down a little bit. So, I mean, if it's a tiny bit over or a little bit, I'm not going to scream about it. But, yeah, so let's start the engine and run it for a little while and see the level. All right, so I just ran the engine. Pressure took about 3 seconds to come up, and we got good pressure, and everything seems to be running good. I just checked the oil dipstick, and it is right just, I mean, a microscopic over the full mark. So good to go. So we're good. Next time we're going to, I got to order the gaskets. We're going to take the, change the impeller for the raw water, and we're going to take the heat exchanger apart and make sure it's not clogged or chunks of impeller in there. So, yeah, this is great. Easy peasy. Anybody can do it. I mean, you have to borrow or get one of these little vacuum things, but they're, you know, almost everybody has one. So either borrow one from someone or spend the $50 and buy one. They make a ball one too that's smaller, got a little smaller footprint, so storage easy. But other than that, we're good to go. Thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, share the video, and help me build this channel. Thanks.